Hi everybody, this is day 13 of Novel Prep Month, and yet again I am pushing to the last minute to make sure I have one video for each day this month, and so far I've done it, even if it is by the skin of my teeth. Today is a really great day. We're getting ready to jump. We're almost done with your outline, really. You have, by now, you have a one sentence summary, you have a one paragraph summary, you have some basic character outline, like you kind of have an idea of who your characters are. And now we're going to dig in and really finalize the details and get ready for that final push right into November. Before we get started, yet again, I'm not a professional writer yet, and I am not a writing teacher. I am someone who's been working really hard to learn to write well, and through years of failing National Novel Writing Month, I gradually learned enough lessons that I was able to complete National Novel Writing Month the last couple of years. This program, this series of videos, the purpose really is to take you from initial idea all the way to feeling really confident going into November. And it really is a compilation of several methods that I found works well for me. So today we're going to work on getting deeper into our character understanding, and we're going to use this information to expand our outline over the next couple days. So today, what I want you to do is for each one of your major characters, you're going to write a page um, from your character's point of view. But what you're going to do for this page is you're going to write in your character's voice, and you're going to tell the story of the book in their voice as if they were talking to a friend or writing it in their diary. And you're going to do this for every single one of your major characters for at least one page. Then for your minor characters, again, you're going to tell the story from their point of view for half a page. So you can't tell anything that they don't see, that they're not in the middle of, because it's their point of view. This is really important. What you're going to find is by doing this, you're going to find that some of your characters have very different views on what's happening. They may not be involved in it at all. And this will help you discover possible side plots, possible additional plots that will really help you flesh out your novel. So, yet again, I'm going to reiterate, for every single one of your major characters, you're going to write one page journal style in their voice. How do you get into their voice? For me, I like to use a lot of method acting techniques, but this is a 14-minute video and I can't teach you 8 years of method acting in 14 minutes. So what I'm going to have you do is, for each character, you're going to read over your previous just sketch of who this character is, and then you're going to close your eyes and picture this character's life. You're going to start with how they were born, their relationship with their family. Was it a good relationship? Was it a bad relationship? How did they feel in high school? What was their biggest fear in high school? What was the thing that made them the happiest in high school? What about if they're older, if you're not writing a YA novel, take that idea all the way through to adulthood. What did they do after high school? Did they go to college? Did they get a job? Did they travel around the world? Who was their first lover? What was their first breakup like? You're going to imagine all these things and allow yourself to daydream it as if it's a movie, and allow yourself to feel those feelings and really just open up your heart to your character. And then you're going to open up your eyes and you're going to write. And that is really helpful to helping you get into character, which is essentially what you're going to do for each one of these characters. I want you to get into character. Imagine that you are them. and then write that page and tell the story from their point of view. Maybe your character doesn't write novels. Maybe they're writing a letter to their mother, or they're writing a letter to the parole board. However your character would phrase this, allow them to tell their story for at least a page, and then set it aside and do it for the next character and the next character. Unfortunately, this exercise will take some time. It may actually take a couple days. If you get behind in the videos, don't worry about it. Remember what I said about the last week. We're going to taper. So you're going to have lots of extra time to really go through this process. I find that if I do more than 2 characters a day of getting into character and writing the story from their point of view, I get pretty exhausted. So one thing that I find helps me is to work on one major character and one minor character each day until I'm done. And generally, I can get through it that way in less than a week. So go ahead and start writing those character stories from their point of view, and find out what your characters are doing when they're not, quote unquote, in the middle of the plot. Because what they're doing is just as interesting. And I find that for myself, I really enjoy books that have a main plot and then a couple lesser plots, a couple side plots. And I always wondered how writers did that. But when I went through this process using the snowflake method, it was almost as if those smaller side plots just occurred naturally as a natural outcome of understanding that my characters aren't only in existence when the major plot is happening. They're still doing stuff, and life is still affecting them. And this exercise can help you figure out what it is that they're doing, what that isn't necessarily so obvious. So, until tomorrow, ciao.